What's going on, folks? This is TJ Lauerman, aka ThatSportsGamer, and in this video we're going to be breaking down the Atlanta Braves of the NL East and MLB 13, the show. Pretty good overall team, my favorite team in baseball. A bunch of good, young, talented players, and I'm pretty excited for what they're going to do this year. They're a team that I want you to use in franchise, even though I have to use the Cubs because that's what you guys voted on. But hey, let's go check out the Braves. All right, so these are the Atlanta Braves. As you can see, locking it down at the end of the game is Craig Kimbrell, 99 overall, only 24 years old. Look at this, 24, 27, 21. You got a bunch of good young guys here. Looking at starting rotation, you got Chris Medlin, Tim Hudson, Brandon Beachy, Mike Minor, Sean Gilmartin, Paul Mahalam, all good pitchers. You also got Julio Teheran, who's only 22 years old with an A-pot and a 71 overall. J.R. Graham, who's 23 with a 76 and a B-pot. Pretty good. And you even got a couple more guys that are 22 that are all 70s. That's a pretty solid starting rotation. Medlin induces a lot of ground balls with his two-seam fastball. Pretty good overall, and they're going to be good going into the future, even if you're going to lose Hudson in maybe a year or two. Moving on to the bullpen, you have lefty and righty power arms. Venters and O'Flaherty are two really good lefties, both still pretty young at only 27 and 28, and they're mid-80 ratings. That's pretty awesome. Jordan Walden, also really good, hard-throwing right-handed guy. Christian Martinez, also very good. Luis Avilan, 23 years old, 77 overall, only a C potential, so that's probably not going to be too great for you. But the big man at the end of the game is Craig Kimbrell, 99 overall, a potential, 24 years old. I mean, he can't get any better. So that's the downfall of him, I guess. Look at that, 97 velocity, 99 break, 97 clutch, and he's striking out and not letting guys get a lot of hits. That's pretty awesome. Behind the plate, you got Brian McCann, 88 overall, decent contact, pretty good power numbers in the high 60s. That's pretty good. But you also have Evan Gattis, who's kind of almost has the same numbers and is 3 years younger, but he does have 11 overall points lower than him. So that might be something you want to look at. Gattis is right-handed and McCann is left-handed. I wonder if they have Gattis with no batting gloves. Yes, they do. That's pretty awesome. Because he's kind of a wonder back there. You also have Gerald Laird, who's getting up there in age. Matt Pagnozzi, I believe he's the son of former catcher Tom Pagnozzi. First base, we got Freddie Freeman. Really good contact and power against righties. Pretty good against lefties. Good fielding. In real life, he hits a lot of ropes. And look at that, he's 23 years old, 81 overall with an A-pot. He's only going to get better for you. Ernesto Mejia getting up there in age and only a C-pot, so he's not going to be doing too much for you in the future. Dan Uggla likes to swing out of his shoes. He's got low 70s for power, which is pretty good. Decent contact numbers. He's going to be a good second baseman for maybe 2 or 3 more years until he starts getting a little older, but good guy to have there. Third base, Chris Johnson, right-handed batter, good contact numbers, almost there on the power. Just a little bit lower than you want your starting third baseman to be, but 74 overall is not too shabby. You also have Blake DeWitt, who's also got good contact numbers, but not a lot of power, and Juan Francisco, who's got some good pop against righties, not so much against lefties. In real life, they were platooning Chris Johnson and Francisco until Chris Johnson became the more standout player, and he gets the everyday job now. Aldrich and Simmons, I don't know how this guy's a B potential, 23 years old, good contact on the power. But he's got a lot of speed and a very good fielding shortstop. He's going to be a cornerstone of this team going forward. Paul Janish, not too bad. He's a good backup, but as you can see, he's not even in AAA here. Tyler Pastornicki, also pretty good, but 64 overall on a B-pot. I mean, maybe he's going to be the high 70s, maybe a low 80, but probably not going to outshine Aldrich and Simmons. Left field, obviously Justin Upton. Surprised his power numbers are so low because dude is hitting bombs this year. 25 years old, and a pot. Not bad. Nothing really behind him, but then in center field, we got BJ Upton. Decent contact numbers, good power numbers, lots of strikeouts with this guy, but he's got good speed, and he's a pretty good center fielder for you. Look at that arm strength and arm accuracy. You also have Reed Johnson coming off the bench, who's got really good contact numbers. Not so much in the power, but He's going to be a good guy coming off the bench late in the games for you. Jordan Schaefer, you may remember, hit a home run on the first pitch of his first at bat, something like that. Somewhere in his first at bat, he hit a home run. Good speed. He's also a good guy to come in the late innings if you need a base runner. And in right field, you have the 23-year-old Jason Hayward, 91 overall, A potential, great fielding outfielder, decent speed, really good numbers against righties. Look at that, 84 power against righties. That's pretty good. Extremely durable with a 97 overall rating. Yeah, he's another one of these guys that are going to be the faces of this team for a long time to come. So yeah, those are the Atlanta Braves. If you like these reviews, I appreciate that, and you could help me out by giving me a subscribe up top, like down below. When you're down below, why don't you leave me a comment about who your favorite Braves player is, or hit me up on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer, and we can talk about it. Tomorrow will be the last video where I break down the Washington Nationals, and that'll make 30. That's a pretty impressive issue, if you ask me. I feel like I've grown a lot during these videos with you guys, and hope you appreciate it. So I'll see you then.